Babba game and shit.
Can I talk, do you have anything, like, right, I didn't finish talking about the furry girls that I do or do not like. I think I got down to 3?
I noticed there's no Crystal on your list. It's interesting.
Crystal? Who's Crystal?
From, Star Fox.
I never played, any Star Fox game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of people mention her. Even filthy casuals who don't know much about, who are uncultured.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I think, I used to be, not sexually, but I used to be really into Amy Rose. Like, I thought she was cute.
She's definitely got, like,
She's like a cutie, got a cutie vibe to her.
She does. She's got a Tokyo Pop kind of vibe to her.
Yeah.
Especially with I found myself revisiting the Sonic Adventure soundtracks more and more, and a lot of it's great. And it only dawned on me recently that all of Rouge's tracks are like 1960s spy riffs.
Oh.
Like, you hear it, and it's got a lot of like James Bond kind of inspired music, and it took me an embarrassingly long time to realize that, and now I'm like super into some of the fuck.
Do you think they should follow the trend in Hollywood lately of making the next James Bond female?
Look, the next 007 is going to be female.
Yeah, but that's not James Bond. Oh, do you think it's a passing of the torch thing where it's like...
That's what they say that James Bond is. Like, some theories are, the reason we get so many different James Bonds is because...
You think it's all the same canon?
Well, so that's one theory. I'm not a huge James Bond fan, so I don't know. I just like a couple of the movies.
Was it M or Q? I'm pretty sure the person who plays as M in, like, the current...
Judi Dench?
Yeah, iteration of James Bond was also M in the previous iteration of James Bond.
Yeah, so, like...
Yeah.
It's like Doctor Who.
Yeah. So it might be the same canon, but, like, the title 007
I definitely think
on.
Idris Elba could play James Bond.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. So, definitely the next 007. And, like, she starts her own, like, movie franchise.
The thing about that sort of thing, like, say with Doctor Who, it's not bad because the Doctor's now a woman. It's bad because the writing's shit.
Yeah. Well, It's...
And the writer, the showrunner, is a man!
They follow a gimmick, and then they kind of, like, lean into it a bit too much to, like...
Well, I mean, like, they don't... Like, that whole Rosa Parks episode had no... It had a space racist from the year 20 billion or something.
Well, that's what I mean, is they kind of focus on, like, human villains a bit too much.
Isn't the whole point of the future of the human race that we sort of move past our prejudices into a more accepting world? And he's like, your kind will never... No, you don't get... Like, the Emancipation Proclamation's already been signed. What the fuck are you doing at Rosa Parks?
Yeah.
And Rosa Parks was simply the emblem of that whole social movement. She was not the only person in that social situation.
Yeah,
I don't want to downplay her importance.
Oh, of course.
As a figure of history, but that was definitely the wrong point for someone capable of time travel to try to suppress black people.
That was well, we all know Marty McFly created black people music.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was really a white guy.
Actually,
it was really an ontological paradox.
No, but what I was thinking of is I was recently watching a lot of speeches from the XOXO festival, and H Bomber guy did a like an onstage like lecture on the stage, and he was one of the jokes he made that was really amusing is just like, Rosa Parks takes a seat on the bus and suddenly racism is over. So yeah, it kind of goes into your point about how like it was definitely an integral part of like the history, but it's there's definitely more to it than just that, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Yes.
How do you? Oh! I think you needed to jump over.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fucking kill yourself after this recording.
All right, bring me my sword.
Hiss. Hiss! That's what Leafy's fans do. They're like, hiss, KYS.
What? Oh, because they're all cringy
kids,
14-year-olds?
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
Just like Leafy.
It's so weird seeing, like, the sudden trend of, like, a bunch of YouTubers appearing claiming to be the next Leafy. Who would want that fucking title?
You're welcome to it. No one will like you now.
Yeah. Hi, oh gosh, there was this one woman
He's a 30-year-old man. He's a 27-year-old man.
Yeah, there was this one girl on YouTube that was like calling herself the female Leafy, and she recently basically got cancelled for like not crediting an artist.
Ha! Couldn't happen to a more deserving person.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm Chris Hansen. Fuck.
Have I ever told you about the time I dislocated my leg?
No. I had more to say on the
Oh,
topic.
God, yeah, no, you continue your one.
Hang on.
It is tricky.
It is. It's tricky. It's tricky.
Tricky-dicky.
It's tricky to balance, feminism and platforming at the same time.
It's hard to, like, equate men's rights with women's rights. I mean, how do we even do that?
Well, men need to be aware of the invisible privileges that they sometimes hold.
Exactly.
But at the same time, women need to be aware that men experience difficulties. Fuck! I'm experiencing masculine difficulty.
Do you want to talk about it?
You
want to talk about your
my what?
Emotional? Because like men need to talk about their
emotional
emotional issues and open up a bit more.
There's all kinds of
masculine difficulties.
Masculine difficulties.
Yeah.
It's
okay, big cat.
There's definitely a trend toward men who are open and expressive, and I love that. I love that a lot. But there's also a lot of people saying that...
Can I have a shot?
Yeah, go on.
Just really quick. Yeah, then you can
Then I
finish
can
your
say my
thought.
piece,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I can say my one after that.
One of the problems is we're not really understanding of people whose perspectives are the result of the system. Like, men who don't understand about... and it is not the job of all women or trans women or trans people to explain to a cis white guy what the hell is happening.
Yeah, oh no, absolutely not.
It's their responsibility to educate themselves about that sort of thing, absolutely. But there's not a lot of understanding for why people's privilege might be invisible. For example, we're white people, right? We don't have to think about...
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's tricky. I reckon in the original you would have been able to make it. Or at least...
What, from there?
Yeah, or you would have been able to slam, and the slam takes out some of the ones on the side. But it doesn't for Coco, because she's got the butt
Yeah.
stop.
That's the thing that I don't...
Because she's not as capable as a man!
One of the things...
But the thing is, we... like, as white people, we don't have to consider racism in every aspect of our lives the same way that a person of color has no choice in that. So when we encounter the extra emotional labor of suddenly having to take into account...
happen?
Yeah, it's just like, the collision's fucked in this.
Exactly.
But it's important for those people to be reminded that learning to do that is a brand new thing. We're exercising new muscles in our brains.
Yeah.
And we're going to get it wrong, but generally, a lot of us want to know how we can understand...
Make the world a better place.
And what we can do to be making it easier for everybody.
I think very few people actually, like, go out into the world and, like, act in a malicious way on purpose to, like, screw over others.
There are some.
No, yeah, I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm just saying that, like, most people typically... the average person is very non-confrontational and tries to be understanding, but has like concerns of their own.
I would like to live in that world. I really would.
Oh yeah, no, but I'm saying like people typically approach from what they believe is like a good faith position where they're like, oh, these are my concerns, but they will conflict with other people's concerns.
I'd like to believe that, but I know that I see our current political situation and
what
I go,
the I didn't spin.
Yeah, I know, it's fucked.
Yeah, go ahead.
Give me a shot. We see a lot of self-interest in political sphere because people... I went through this exercise with Travis the other day, actually.
Yeah.
They were like saying, so how does someone go from being a politician that believes in an issue to being someone who's just a corporate shill? And I went, well, okay, name an issue. So you would name an issue. What's an issue in politics that you would stand up for?
Climate change?
Climate change, sure. So you stand on a stance of climate change, and the public really respond to it. They really like that you're forward thinking about climate change, and they want to support you getting into office. And so...
Yes! Oh, finally.
So they vote you in, and, they start a campaign, and this group comes up to you. This group approaches you and says, hey, we like your message. We represent X company, and X company has these following policies that are in favor of climate change. And they have everything good except for one thing where they want
5. It's 5 bounces.
yeah, it's not 11 like it used to be.
Yeah.
They have one issue where they want, oh, but we want to cut out the carbon tax. And you think to yourself, all right, we really need that carbon tax. And they're like, yes, we agree, but we understand that it's not going to help our company, and we need that money to support you to get into that position.
Yikes.
So you either refuse it, and you don't get the amount of money that you need to fund your campaign in order to get into office, or you take the money, and you've become corrupted by the system that you vowed to change when you entered it. And it's just tiny little things that happen like that over a period of 20 to 30 years, and by the time you get to the end, you're so used to finding compromises and figuring out which side of a fucking war you're on, because these people are all at war with each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, shit. Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Well, now you...
Oh, shit! And
I am so sorry.
You fall all the way down the hole.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
And that's how that's my theory on how political corruption works. You have to sacrifice your principles in order to make it far enough to enact them.
Yeah, not everyone goes into politics corrupt. There's definitely a lot of variables
and also,
that bring your morality into question.
Politicians are predominantly made up of white lawyers.
Yeah, it's
white male lawyers too. Yeah,
we definitely need what's the name of that guy? Alexia Cortez?
I don't know who you're talking about.
She's basically like I think she's one of the candidates that the Liberals are really like banking on right now.
Oh yeah. I didn't think we'd be discussing politics.
Yeah, no, our gaming channel seems to lean on that quite a fair bit in recent years. What was I? We were talking a little bit earlier. A thought that I had while you were talking, about when transgender people are like expressing an issue, and like
well, they should, because there are many issues.
Yes, and a cis person asks what they believe to be a well-intentioned, like a well-meaning question to try and understand the issue better, and the transgender person responds, "It's not my job to educate you." You have to understand that they probably get asked that question every single day of their life.
Yeah,
and
they probably get it.
You are not really, you don't really have the I want to say experience to like know what that's like on like a grander scale.
It's like when anyone asks me, "Hey man, how tall are you?"
Oh!
And I just have to look at them and go, "Really? We're really going to have this
discussion?" Yeah.
And so I can totally relate. I'm a large white guy, but I've had conversations with some of my male African American friends who are like, "Man, it sucks walking through the park at night because if a woman sees you, she clutches her purse and starts to like jog." And I'm like, I totally get that because I've scared the fuck out of people.
It's a perspective thing.
So when I jog, and I usually jog during the evening, fuck! I make sure that if I see...
I yell fuck at them!
Yeah. Fuck! Who wants a fuck? Fuck me!
I'm offering! It's free!
It's free.
You know it's free, right?
But if I see someone ahead of me and I'm jogging, I make sure I like make a semicircle around them, so I'm never within my arm's reach. And they can continue their night without the fear that I'm gonna jump up and like do something.
I'm not like the thing that annoys me is I'm not intentionally trying to be a creep, but it's really awkward when like the person in front of you, going the place that you need to be going, is walking slower than you.
Yeah.
And you don't know like, do I walk past them? Is kind of a tight space to walk around. And
oh my god.
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying, oh, woe is me, because by comparison, that's a very trivial issue, but...
No, but it's not like being of privilege means you have zero problems.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Obviously.
It just means that some of the disadvantages that I would not wish on other people, but sadly occur, are not your native issues.
Yeah. Absolutely. 100%.
One of the things I'm really enjoying at the moment is people are starting to come out and say... Like in Goose Game, for example, they don't say that they're from Australia. They say they were the game was created on Wurundjeri land, which is actually where I was born. I was born on the Wurundjeri land of the Kulin people, just like Goose Game. Fine, no! I jumped on it, you bitch!
Well, you're gonna have to jump on it again, or I guess I will. You're handing
Yeah.
the controller to me. No, can you recite the meme from with the Goose Game mixed with the Dragon Balls? That was a good one. I think you can do it better.
All right, I need to find it now.
Oh, I thought you could like recite it from memory, but I guess you're not a meme boy.